NCIS has been going on for nearly 2 decades now, and it's just still pushing forward. Whilst many of the original characters and actors have departed from the series, some of the original Team Gibbs members are still around, one of them being Ducky. So stay tuned to today's video as we are going to discuss how old is Ducky from NCIS. Here's what we know. First up, we have how old is Ducky from NCIS. Here's what we know. Ducky is one of the only characters left from the early seasons of NCIS, and he's still going strong. He has consistently shown up in the series and has been a very valuable player in the show's many storylines ever since the first episode of NCIS. He has been the medical examiner for our protagonists and of course Team Gibbs since the beginning of time, and stopped back in season 15 when he retired. Even after retirement, he has shown up now and again to help out the team. Jimmy Palmer was introduced to replace Ducky as the medical examiner as well. Despite being replaced and retiring, he wasn't done with the show. Ducky is one sharp character, and he always knows exactly what to do and when to do it. He's also considerably older than many of the characters in the show right now. The show has moved its age group and is now full of much younger characters compared to how the original characters would be now, so he stands out. So how old exactly is Ducky in the current NCIS timeline? The show has never explicitly stated the age of many of its major and minor characters, especially Ducky. They try and keep this away from the narrative, but we did figure out just how old Ducky actually is. His age doesn't really change his character though, as we already know that Ducky is wise and smart. His age only amplifies these traits and makes him a much better character in the long run. So it seems like Ducky is actually around 88 years old right now, as of recording this video in 2022. He matches the actor who portrays him, David McCallum. He was born on September 19th, 1993, which makes him 88 years old right now. What a crazy age to still be acting. And he's doing it all just fine. Ducky has retracted from the show a little bit over the past few years, as the actor wants to spend more time with his family in his later years, and we don't blame him. He's been playing Ducky for decades now, and he deserves some time with his family. Although Ducky's appearances on NCIS have been scaled back since he stepped down as chief medical examiner, he does always have a knack for showing up when the team needs him. For example, it was Ducky that recognized that Gibbs needed a sense of mental peace after all that he had gone through recently, from being arrested to his beloved boat being blown up. Gibbs told his comrade that he has nothing to worry about, and Ducky responded, "I wish I believed you." However, Gibbs eventually realizes Ducky was right, and he ultimately decided to retire in Alaska in season 19. Gibbs summed up how we all feel about Ducky when he told his old friend, "You're a great friend. I appreciate you more than you know." Ducky did return in the penultimate episode of NCIS season 19, and he'll also be a part of the upcoming season 19 finale. For TV Line, the synopsis for the finale reads, "When Agent Parker is framed for murder, the team puts their jobs and lives on the line to buy time and uncover the truth." Ducky has been an incredible member of the NCIS team since its beginning, and probably will continue to do so as long as the actor wants to continue. The show has lost so many of its original members, and the few that are still around are golden. What do you think about all this? Let us know down in the comment section below. NCIS is probably on its way out as well, so keep an eye out for more news on the future of the franchise and of course the original series. And now onto some other NCIS information and news. Next up, NCIS reveals first look at Sean Murray's real-life daughter. NCIS has had a very rough patch recently, with basically its entire original cast been gone for many years now. Only a few surviving members appear on the show. Some are from early seasons of the series, and only one right now is from the original squad, and that is Special Agent McGee, played by Sean Murray. Gibbs recently left the show and doesn't seem to be returning anytime soon. However, news has come out that some of the original cast members might be coming back for a special episode down the line, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Sean Murray is an original cast member of the show and is still going strong with his character, Special Agent McGee. In this latest episode of NCIS, he takes up a case involving a teenager. The two bond and join forces to stop a string of teenager-based break-ins. This case is solved by the end of the episode, and it's a really cool moment. The actress who plays this teenager is actually Sean Murray's daughter in real life. This is the first time that he has ever appeared on screen with her, and she is actually pretty great in the episode. She has only had a small role in a few shows in the past, so this could be a breakout role for her. Since the older cast members have left, McGee seems to be one of the show's main focuses as of late. We recently got to meet his mother-in-law for the first time, and it's really cool seeing more about these characters that we have been following for over 20 years at this point. Let us know down in the comments below what you thought of this recent episode. And finally, what does the future of NCIS look like? We all know that NCIS has been going on for nearly 20 years at this point, and over time, the series has declined in quality. The first few seasons of the show were just amazing. The dynamic between each of our main characters and how all the storylines were intertwined with one ongoing narrative between all of them. Over time, we fell in love with each of the characters, and they did as well. We got relationships between some of them, and of course, the deaths of a few as well. Over time, the cast members departed the show as it went on, and for various reasons. As the show went on, the stories got worse and the characters left. One of the biggest departures was Michael Weatherly literally as Denozo. He was easily one of the best characters on the show, and his departure really was the beginning of the end from the fan perspective. We saw the character of Abby leave the show, and of course Gibbs recently. Gibbs has been on the back burner for many years now, as the actor wanted to take a step back into a producer and writer role. His character was taken back, and others replaced him. The newer cast members of the show aren't the best according to fans, and they really just don't enjoy them as much as the original crew. Gibbs had a few interesting storylines over the years, and some fake-out deaths as well. You could see that the writers were teasing the audience and testing them with the possible death of Gibbs in the near future. Nowadays, Gibbs may have left the show, but will probably return down the line. The actor is now a producer on the show and a consultant on story and writing decisions. The show is basically a different thing nowadays, and it's clear that it's not going well. Viewership might not be as high as it once was, but it's not at the point of it being canceled either. That's the weird thing about the show right now. The entire original cast is basically gone, but people still tune in because many have done so for over a decade now. It's hard for them to just depart from the show because it's been a part of them for many years now. It seems like NCIS won't be getting canceled, but might just end in the near future. It would be nice to have the original cast return in some shape or form for one final episode to really send off this beloved series with a nice note. What do you think about this? Let us know down in the comment section below. And that's the end of this video. NCIS may have had its ups and downs, but overall the series has and always will be iconic and legendary. These characters and household names for many people, and nothing can take away from the early magic that was NCIS. The spin-off series have always done pretty well, but it seems like they are slowly being phased out for newer shows. NCIS itself will always be a legendary series, and one that, even though it's not at its best right now, the audience will never forget its origins. Its cast may have left, and the original style of the show may have been lost over the years, but its fan base is loyal. Hopefully some of the original cast can return at some point, as it would be an amazing send-off to this series. Hopefully you enjoyed this latest video. If you did, would you please let us know in the comment section down below? It would be very helpful. And make sure to like this video and comment down below, and of course subscribe to the channel with the notification bell rung. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye!